Following is a conversation I had with my social media team, and this is how it went.
Whether we post it or not, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is like, you know?
To have the content there.
Why not?
I don't disagree with
I think this is so genuine and authentic.
I think going forward for us,
It's like vlogging.
Yeah.
We're vlogging our journey today.
So, okay.
We're having these big breakthroughs.
Right.
I'm not, if we want to go vlog, then we go vlog. Like, we commit to that.
Gotcha.
I think right now with this, like, let's say this whole set, we've made it, or this is the way that I see it at least, we've made it look professional. We've like put these accent lights, made it look like a professional set. But with the vlog, it's more like spontaneous. It's more like I'm walking around with.
You can't do both. And a vlog, but what is a documentary, bro? What is a reality TV show? It's like this. It's like it's a professional set, and I'm talking shit about someone. It's a reality TV show. Love is Blind.
It is a professional.
Is this recording right now? Or?
Yeah, it's plenty of recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it recording? I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm seeing, Karen?
I get what you're saying, and I get the direction you're trying to take it in, and I'm just trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Because right now,
Yeah,
I
it's hard to
believe
do
we
it.
want to make you the happiest, right?
Yeah.
We want to make sure
It's-
you're beyond
Yeah.
with everything. And in our minds, we figured what would work for YouTube, and we're trying to
I know. I get it.
smash
I get it.
and break it down into how we can offer it to you as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's all good. Like I love that.
Then how about...
I love that. You know what I mean?
Second camera, just like placed as a security
That's
camera.
what I'm saying.
So then...
Like again, like in my head, I want to do a documentary with you guys, like documenting my life, that authentic side of just like me.
So would you be a...
Like for example, if we had to call this video conversation with my social media agency, you're like, what's the intention? Who gives a shit about the intention?
So then would you be opposed to mixing both?
Yes, of course.
We can mix both?
Yes.
Okay, because then you could continue to grow and give that information
Yeah.
and have people watch those videos.
It's, for example, take the idea of a webinar. You guys are familiar with a webinar? It's an online web seminar, webinar. A webinar has key elements: the backstory of the coach or expert, and then the strategy, the main two elements. Then you throw in some testimonials and you handle some concerns from people, but those are the main two things: backstory and the strategy. So for example, when I'm enrolling clients into my coaching business, 'cause that's where they're looking at it. If I'm too technical, it's fine, but I lose people. If I'm too story, I lose people. But I think there's a healthy balance of both. That's all I'm trying to say. So 1 week we can do a full-on tutorial video.
Right.
Then we do another video of me just like having a conversation with my social media team. That makes me human. That's all I'm trying to say. And I'm like the software videos was great. It's fine.
Yeah.
But that isn't totally me.
Okay.
What's me is this right here. And I'm trying to have the breakthroughs myself. So like when we have our next shoot, I know what I want to do.
Oh, actually, we can use this when we start the documentary series. We can use
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like allowing creativity to just like flow. It's like documenting. Why would this be a behind the scenes conversation? Why not make this in front of, you know what I mean? Or whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
I know my audience. Again, I also think like, again, I want to share this thought process. The thought process goes, why are we watching these 5-minute TikToks? Because now we're locked into the story versus just the same old, here are 3 things you can do to make more money in your business. Here are 4 things you can do to change the way you feel.
So I have a question for you. Would you prefer, like, for some reels, for it to be more story-based? Like, here's the story of, like, this situation.
Of course, yeah. Like, for example, we can turn this into a reel of here's a mini conversation with my social media agency after being stuck making a YouTube video. Like, that's content.
Yeah.
It's fighting this urge of like perfection. Fuck perfection. That's all I'm trying to say. Fuck this perfection mentality. It has to look like this. No, that's school and professors and educators who are like, you know what I mean? Like it's like we're embedded by the stuff since we were kids. You gotta see on a test, bad boy. You know.
You know what content I do stay for on TikTok? I don't go on TikTok often, but what really engages me is like the Reddit story ones where they have that.
Yeah, of course.
AI voice, like
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel
Yeah,
like that'd be very interesting for you to
Sure.
like explain a story,
Yeah.
you know, be engaging there. We can film you.
Yeah.
We can even be, if you
I-
like to, have Minecraft footage in the back.
Oh my God, sure. I just like documenting.
Right.
I think this is what people actually look for more, is the documenting. Like again, this could be a reel conversation, one of the conversations with my agency.
Yeah.
You have a 25-minute video us going back and forth. And like me being like, I don't know.
Right.
Isn't that why reality TV does so well? Because like people give their perspective from behind the scenes. Anyway.
Well, it's the drama too. They love drama.
Yeah.
The drama.
And what I'm saying is I want to show not this Daniel who has everything together. I know. But we make these videos and this content like I'm Mr. Perfect. And that's not me.
So then I think
But I have to be like that. But I don't want to be like that. So how do I show that side of me? Than me being on my phone and be like, another story of Daniel today. Look what I'm doing.
So we mix it up.
And this is what I want right now.
We grab some flavor, add some spice.
So then I think the best way to do it is to have the best of both worlds. And then for days like these where the idea is fine, but then the whole these are the whatever is scripted.
Yeah.
Just take the title and run with
Yeah.
it.
Like for example, imagine like you know how you guys were flip-flopping trying to get everything together?
Right.
That could have been content. You could have had someone laughing, another camera person laughing. Like, I have no idea what the hell these guys are doing. The lighting's off. That to me is good content.
Yeah.
That to me is how you build like, that's how, you know, because you're like, that's how like you have someone who jumps onto a call and watches that 30-minute clip of me talking with my agency like, bro, like I just loved how raw and authentic you were.
Right.
Like I feel like I know you.
Because it wasn't scripted. It
wasn't scripted.
timed, and it wasn't cut and it wasn't
There's no perfection to it. That's what I'm trying to get at. I actually think that's what I want you guys here for, is to capture that because I can capture a tutorial by myself. I can't capture this. Go ahead.
I think a way that we could achieve that is I think we should incorporate vlogs.
But this is vlogs.
Yeah, but vlogging in the more traditional sense.
Yeah, sure.
And that's
Of course.
Like
Yeah.
maybe what I'm not again like she said like putting in a balance of both of these things.
Of course. Imagine if you guys came today and one guy was recording the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm giving an example.
We can have Ronan here actually.
Yeah.
We have one person constantly just throwing on the Ronan.
Yeah, I mean, I think another way.
Imagine.
We're gonna constantly have someone awkwardly
Daniel,
hold
over
it.
here,
It's
over
like,
here, Daniel. Over here. Over there.
Are you guys getting this?
So I think I'm getting this better now. But the way that I would see this working out is, like, let's say we could I could totally see a video where I think I discussed this before, but like you could do like, I guess start a vlog series where we come once a week where
Sure. I think we're getting too rigid again.
Okay.
I think, honestly, we plan for, say, 10 videos, 5 of which can be like, here, the whatever, and then 5 of which I'm like, Daniel, this is the title. Like,
Yeah.
I'll
That's
ask
it.
you questions.
That's it.
Whatever the heck.
Like I actually like unscripted. I think that's why podcasts are doing so well because they're unscripted.
So then you have, again, that streaming. So
Yeah.
it's not
you
like,
get form of YouTube while
yes,
you get
while
your
you
Yes.
get- exactly.
And I think the pressure that I'm feeling right now is I haven't scripted these videos to a T.
Right.
And then I'm like, when I get these reels come out, I'm like, ugh. When I get these videos come out, I'm like, ugh. But if I scripted them over and over again many times, I would have had a lot more confidence coming into the shoot. And so it's like, I want the balance of both. Because I understand that these videos are like, okay, whatever, next. But yeah. All I'm saying is I want the mix of both.
Have you considered starting a second channel where you would record yourself?
Not yet. Not yet, but yeah, I think down the road. Yeah, again, when I'm thinking about an agency, it's like we have to think the same way. I think that's what I'm feeling right now is we're thinking differently. Because you're like, but Daniel, you told me about the recipe. We have to follow the same recipe online. And I'm like, I get that. But I also just love something like this. Again, a YouTube video that just says a conversation with my agency. What's the purpose? What's the purpose of it? There is no fucking purpose.
But you have those other videos on your channel.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, right? Because sometimes in business, we're so like, there has to be a purpose to each one. There has to be this strategy, this exact thing, and fine. But I think when you're too rigid like that, you lose it.
It humanizes.
My point. And I want to create content that humanizes me, like this.
No.
You get it, Karen?
I get it, Daniel.
Behind the scenes.
Oh,
Sorry, come again.
I'm a human. Walking around this building, I'm a human. I'm finally a human. Follow me. Human is walking.
What we can do is post this as a YouTube video by itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then to this video, we can actually have the link on what we recorded, so
Yeah.
you get to see that behind the scenes
Right,
process,
yeah.
and you get to see where we landed from there,
Yeah.
and
this
the
was-
difference of
And
where these two videos.
And so for example, right, this whole conversation, you don't have to have every single piece, but like, Karen, you can now ask like, so what was your biggest take from this whole thing? And I can talk to the camera.
Right. What was your biggest take on that?
It's like, sorry, just one more thing. It's As a coach, what I'm doing is part of my whole experience is having people have breakthroughs in their life.
Okay.
Right? So what they do is I get someone to shift their belief, and then you can see the click happen. Like I saw it with you. You're like, I get it. The light bulb goes off. And so it's like, because when you're in a coaching session, you never record that.
Yeah.
So you always record the after. But I want to record the mid breakthrough, like, oh yeah, you're right. And that build up, because there's a learning experience from it. So for me, if I had to talk back to the camera, I would say that like my biggest learning lesson from this is something like this. I'm documenting my journey of recording video, building a YouTube channel. Like I want to record my journey of going from how many subscribers I have right now to 100,000. This is a video that I want to look back on like, yeah, right? So right now, the thing that I'm going through right now, it's documenting the struggle. So like the thing that I'm going through right now on whatever it is, March 12th, 2024, is this realizing, how do I build a brand where I'm sharing tutorials and the strategies of my life, but at the same time humanizing who I am and showing the background and knowing how to do, and not getting too rigid of like, okay, now we're doing fully vlogs, everyone. Okay, now we're just doing test tutorials. I'm learning this concept of how do I bring it all together? And the answer is I don't know. And what I do know is I've hired you guys for me to get clear on this. And the way that I get clear on things is I do things over and over and over and over and over again until I build a good rhythm. Because I've never built a YouTube recording rhythm. Yeah. I don't know what it's like where for the next 6 months we're meeting up 3 times a month, 2-3 times a month, and we're just recording content. Yeah. I don't know what I don't know. What I do know is I put it in the calendar and I just show up. And then I go through the breakthroughs. Like maybe I'm actually glad I didn't prepare all this content because I just came down through a breakthrough. What is my breakthrough? Learn, Daniel, to balance the both. If you're gonna do a tutorial, do a great fucking job. It's like Alex Hormozy talked about it. He's like, the worst thing you wanna do is go on stage and say you're not gonna sell anything, but then sell something at the end. He's like, either you sell or you don't sell. You don't say, I'm not gonna sell and have like a soft pitch. And be like, yeah, if you wanna buy it, you can come buy it. I think with this, like if I'm gonna do a tutorial, I'm gonna do a tutorial right. If I'm gonna do unscripted, unconventional content, then just do that. But be very clear on that. For me, like when I think of you guys, I'm just gonna like book these times out 2 weeks in advance, like 2 weeks at a time. Every 2 weeks on the calendar. Because that's how I work. Like even in door to door. Like I do the same pitch over and over and over again, 10,000 times. And then before you know it, it's like, wow, you're so perfect at this. Like my kickoff calls, the same thing over and over again. I'm learning this muscle. I think we're all learning this muscle right now.
Yeah.
Of like what works, what doesn't. So I don't know if you guys want to add to that. That's it.
Anything to add? I think we could describe our situation right now. We're learning together.
Yeah.
Right? We're getting to know each other, how each other works, and from there, every great relationship will grow from learning from each other.
Yeah.
From bouncing ideas off of each other. And I think it's a great first step. It's a great realization, epiphany, maybe.
Epiphany, yeah.
And there's only up to go from here.
It's like coming into this day of like, it has to be exactly like this. The lighting has to look exactly like this, which is fine. The cameras have to look exactly like this. Everything has to like, what happens is you build this environment of it's so tense. It's like you can't go wrong.
That's right. I mean, maybe I'm just that, like, maybe I'm also learning something here. The thing is, for me, I'm more post. I'm not this side. Yeah. So for me, like when I'm editing, I want like this whole timeline to look a certain way, and I want this video. I have this vision in my head that I want this video to look a certain. So that's why, for me, maybe I'm more the type of person planned out. Like I want this. Yeah. I have this vision in my head, and I want this vision on visually.
Of course. Yeah.
But I do see your point of view where it's more like just do it, man. Like let's just like fuck it. Let's just go.
We have a canvas. Let's just throw paint at the canvas.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then see what happens.
And see what happens. And if it bombs, it bombs. But at least from my point of view, it's like, but I enjoy that content.
You want to make content you enjoy.
Exactly.
That's how you get burnt out.
Yeah, exactly. Because you build this personality of I have to be exactly like this. Then I hate recording YouTube videos, bro. You know what I mean?
Spies every time you meet up.
This is what happens to a lot of these vloggers. They get burnt out because they built like a personality that isn't even them. Yeah. Right? You build this personality that isn't them. I think that happened to Logan Paul, where he was talking about him. He's like, what's up, my low gang, right? What's up, low gang? And then he's talking on his podcast. He's like, bro, that wasn't me at all. It's like I'm trying to be aware of this stuff too. What's up, guys? How's it going? My name is Daniel Francis, and in this video, you know, like so. Yeah, I just think it's going through these realizations. What I do know is that we keep showing up and we keep booking times and we just let the creativity go. What I do know is when all of us are so tense, the creativity dies because we're all trying to aim for this perfection and then no one's in a mood to actually record great content.
Yeah.
That's why Love is Blind, they give them drinks.
Would you like a drink? We'll bring some next time.
Did you hear about Love is Blind where it's just like what they do is they give them more alcohol and less food, and then there was a lawsuit that came out of it because they're drunk and they're flowing and they're of course, because they're looser like that. They say stuff. They're a lot more emotional, right? Obviously, we're not having to have drinks here, but my point. Yeah, imagine you're like, we need to get Daniel some drinks. He's too tense right now.
We get an LCBO link right before coming here.
I got the crew, got all the camera equipment. Where's the alcohol? But yeah, I think I'm just trying to realize that. Is I don't know what I don't know right now. What I do know is if I build this facade of Daniel, I'm gonna lose who I am. So that's it. And then I think, obviously we're gonna do more videos right now. How's the battery? Good?
We need to change it soon, but
We have
it's okay.
multiple batteries.
Yeah, we have
Good,
multiple batteries.
good. The final piece that I wanna say, bless you, is that there's gonna be a lot more prep to this. Like we're learning this prep. We're gonna have tutorial and then we're gonna have unscripted.
Yeah.
But I want both.
Yeah, okay. We can
And I think all of us have to feel good. Yes, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, would it be better if, say, we came up with a list of 10?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know it. I messed up because I should have prepped, should have, which is fine. But I think this video came out really well because of that. We're all a bunch of artists, right? I think we have to be okay with that. So that's it. That's all I got for this video.